I'm Alex Morash, and let's grip the USA View. Documentary solves the 1990 murder of gay porn star with killer's confession on camera. A new true crime documentary is drawing major attention after helping to solve the decades-old murder of a gay porn star. My Brother's Killer, directed by Rachel Mason, revisits the 1990 killing of performer Billy London, a case once dubbed the gay Black Dahlia. The project began while Mason was making the documentary Circus of Books. An old article about a murder in London led her to work with cold case detectives and amateur sleuths to investigate the unsolved crime within Los Angeles' gay adult film scene. Mason said her interest grew from realizing how historically significant the industry was. She shared, quote, "Before the 1980s, you didn't see gay lives represented on television. Porn was one of the only places where those lives existed visually. So I started thinking, there must be incredible stories buried in that world. Billy's story turned out to be one of them," end quote. Archival footage from early 90s gay adult industry events helped investigators identify a suspect. The filmmaker eventually interviewed the suspected killer, DarraLynn Madden, in prison, where Madden confessed on camera. Mason said the film ultimately aimed to give closure to London's loved ones. Quote, "Billy's family never had real closure. After seeing the film, they told me they finally felt they had answers," end quote. My Brother's Killer is currently premiering at the South by Southwest. Well, this is such a heartwarming and tragic story. For anyone who hasn't seen the Circus of Books, awesome gay documentary. That is hilariously fun to watch. But this particular story is tragic. It's interesting both to think about, yes, actually, when you were thinking about it, the gay adult industry was the first visual place for our people. And and part of me is that's great in some ways. Good for us. But at the same time, it's interesting how they were able to find it through the videos, but also talk about a villain of all villains. Not only are they a person who's killed queer people, the reason why their eyebrows look so distorted is because they used to have white supremacist tattoo phrases on their eyebrows because they're connected to white supremacist groups. I'm like, my God, you make a worse villain out of someone. Goodness.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm glad that they gave, they got closure, a cold case got solved is always, something to be, praised. But I do want to, before anybody jumps in the comments and anybody that goes keyboard warrior on us, yes, the person that you saw in orange is a transgender female. And I just want, we've had this conversation before. Mm-hmm. Not all transgender people are criminals, but there can be transgender criminals. So before anybody hops on that, let's look at the fact that this person who committed the crime, one, openly admitted to it, and two, is a white supremacist.
And she has nothing to lose, because I just quickly looked it up. She is already serving 2 life sentences and for 2 separate murders. So at this point, that's why I also did not see any mention about arrest and trial, because obviously, there's no point in actually, wasting state resources to do that. And she's serving, I believe, in Oklahoma. So good luck to her.
Yeah. Well, Rex, you do make a good point. There are trans murderers and trans white supremacists and gay murderers and gay white supremacists. Yep. Rumor has it there's way more straight cis murderers and white supremacists, just so that we're all aware for those keeping score.
Absolutely.
I know what you're doing. I'm just being shady to the straight audience that occasionally watches.
Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.